Northwestern State head coach Rick Cabrera as the Demons get ready to break a 10-day sabbatical ahead of a game at LSU. And Coach, coming back, last non-conference game, you can say a lot of things special, important. I know it's very, very near and dear to your heart. Even though you're from New York, there's a connection to LSU for you.
Yeah, no, in my high school years, I attended LSU basketball camps. Dale Brown is a great friend, and he's a friend of my late father, and he invited me to his camp. So, I talk to Dale Brown, probably a couple of times a month, and I'm excited to get back. Matt McMahon is a really good friend. I've known him for over 20 years, and along with his staff. So, I do have some LSU ties in that area, but it's a business trip for us.
It is, but I know one thing you mentioned, and I'm going to try not to break out the tears. It is around Christmas time, but you mentioned your dad and that relationship. I know how much you tried not to talk about him at the press conference because of the emotions, but are you going to feel a little bit of him?
Yeah, no, most definitely, because whenever I talk to Dale Brown, he always asks about my dad, and I mean, obviously before he passed, like how's he doing and et cetera, et cetera. So, just for him, just flying me from New York, I would always go from New York City to LaGuardia Airport to Nashville to Baton Rouge. And, he would always make sure I had my ticket and ready to go. So, yeah, there's, some definitely strong connections there. And I used to, practice in that gym during camp. And when camp was over, as a high school player, I would always play with the former players. So at the time, Chris Jackson was there. I used to rebound for Chris Jackson, now Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. And, Randy Livingston and Ronnie Henderson and all those guys. So there's a lot of connection there, man. It's going to bring back some great memories for me.
Well, at least you didn't connect through Atlanta back then. A little tougher to connect
right.
nowadays. Let's talk about your team, though. A good performance entering the break, got the win against Southern New Orleans. And Cliff Davis had a really special night. There's that word again with the 10 three-pointers. But how do you maintain some of that momentum through what ends up being tied for your longest break of the season?
Yeah, no, just that win alone, it doesn't matter who it was against, but just that win alone, it just kind of took the air out of the balloon for our guys. We've been searching for one, been playing some really good teams through a 7 to 10 game stretch, and that win, just kind of helped our guys bring some confidence back going through Christmas break on a positive note. But now we gotta stack the bricks again. We came back from Christmas, had 2 days yesterday, practice on the night of the 26th, and going twice today. So we are preparing for a really good LSU team, a huge LSU team. So it's basketball. We're going to compete for 40 minutes and get ready for tomorrow night.
How are you happy with everybody came back? No one ate too much Christmas dinner there?
Yeah, no, everybody came back healthy, and and we're getting guys healthy and ready for the Lamar game. But I was just happy to see him. I think basketball being such a long season, in my opinion, I think it's the longest season of any collegiate sport. We needed a break. Whether we were 10-2 or 2-10, we still needed a break. Just to kind of decompress and start all over for another part of the season. So we're excited. Our guys are excited to play on the big stage and hopefully come out with a win.
Well, the NCAA gave you a little bit of a gift in a sense in the addition of Anthony Thomas becoming eligible ahead of the Rice game a couple of weeks ago. How important was it to be able to kind of fold him in these last couple of games before you hit conference play?
It's been very important, man, because he needed a lot of practice time. I kind of threw him into the fold for games, and he's older, so he understands what it takes. But this allowed me to get some practice time with him, so he can learn our sets and our defensive schemes. Excuse me. But he's been great. He brings a lot of size, athleticism on the perimeter. He's a skilled guy, but he's getting a lot of rust off, and hopefully he can get going by tomorrow night in conference.
Coach, appreciate your time as always.
No problem. Thank you.